Today we're rolling back the calendar to Sunday, May 4th, 1975, Candlestick Park in San Francisco. The wind is whipping in off the bay, the way it always did at the stick. And what's about to happen in the second inning of a hastily arranged doubleheader is one of the most beautifully accidental moments in the history of our great game. You see, baseball had been keeping count. Ever since 1876, somebody somewhere had been tallying every run scored in every big league ballgame. And by the spring of 1975, that grand total was creeping up on a number with an awful lot of zeros behind it. 1 million runs. The league knew it was coming. The newspapers knew. Tootsie Roll, of all the companies in the world, had stepped up as the sponsor. Remember Tootsie Rolls? Ready to shower whoever crossed that plate with candy, pennies, and a platinum Seiko watch. Every dugout in the majors was doing the math. Enter Bob Watson, the Bull. Big, strong first baseman for the Houston Astros, batting cleanup. Now, Bob Watson was a lot of wonderful things on a baseball field. Feared hitter, two-time All-Star. He'd hit for the cycle. Belt 184 home runs across 19 seasons. Won a ring with the Yankees in '81. And someday, though nobody knew it that afternoon, he'd become the first black manager to win a World Series. But fast? No, sir. The Bull stole 27 bases in his career and got thrown out 28 times trying. You do the math on that one. And yet, here we are. The Astros and Giants were only playing this game because Saturday had been rained out, a rare San Francisco washout. So they'd thrown together a Sunday doubleheader starting earlier than usual. Around the league, the count was climbing. By the time Watson came to bat in the top of the second, baseball was 3 runs shy of 1 million. 3. Watson drew a walk. Stole second base. Yes, you heard that right. The Bull stole a base. Jose Cruz walked behind him. 2 on, nobody out. Up stepped Milt May, the Astros catcher, and Milt May got a hold of one. 3-run homer to right field. Now, Bob Watson, being Bob Watson, started his customary trot. Nice, easy, dignified jog toward third base, the way a cleanup hitter ambles home on a 3-run shot. Except from the Astros bullpen down the left field line, his teammates were screaming, hollering, waving their arms like they'd seen a ghost. Run, Bob, run, run. Because on that very same moment in another stadium in another city, Dave Concepcion of the Cincinnati Reds, the Big Red Machine, had also just hit a home run, and Davy Concepcion was circling those bases too, and Davy Concepcion could move. Bob Watson took off. The Bull, who'd never sprinted home on a 3-run homer in his life, was suddenly running like the devil himself was on his heels. He hit the bag. He crossed the plate. 1 million by a second and a half runs, a second and a half ahead of Dave Concepcion, hundreds of miles away. The millionth run in the history of Major League Baseball belonged to Bob Watson. A man from the Hall of Fame appeared like he'd beamed down from Cooperstown and politely asked Bob for his shoes, his uniform. Milt May had to hand over his bat too. The Astros, by the way, won that ball game 8-6. Watson went 0 for 3. None of that mattered. Tootsie Roll made good on the promise. 1 million Tootsie Rolls. Bob donated half to the Boy Scouts and half to the Girl Scouts, because that's the kind of man Bob Watson was. 1 million pennies, $10,000 donated to charity. The Seiko watch he kept, and I'd say he earned it. Bob Watson passed away on May 14th, 2020. But every time somebody asks who scored baseball's millionth run, his name comes up. Right place, right time. A little hustle when his teammates hollered. That's the funny thing about destiny. Sometimes it doesn't announce itself. Sometimes it just yells from the bullpen and tells you to run. I'm Mr. Baseball. Thanks for spending some time with me on Dates with Destiny. Until next time, tomorrow, keep your eye on the ball and keep an ear on the bullpen. You never know when somebody's going to tell you to run.